Hello everybody, it's me Chay, and welcome to Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. Hearthstone is a collectible card game. It's free. It's made by Blizzard, the people who make StarCraft, Warcraft, Diablo. It's set in the Warcraft universe, and it's one of my favorite games. And I'm going to show you today, starting with this video, some of the classes. We're going to go through all of them, and then future videos are going to basically be me playing games of Hearthstone with my friends. This is just a primer so that you can get a grasp of what the different characters do. I'm going to play a few demo matches. And the first demonstration I'm going to do is the Warrior. We'll play against the... we'll play against another Warrior, why not? Now, the Warrior, you pick a class and you build a deck around that class, which has cards exclusive to it. The Warrior is about having a lot of armor, which has to be destroyed before his health can be destroyed. He's about all kinds of powerful weapons and generally absorbing a lot of damage. He's a really useful character, and I'm going to show a little bit about how to play him using some of the starting cards that everybody gets for free. And again, this is a free game. You can buy booster packs of cards, but you can also earn them in-game, which is quite nice, and it's pretty easy to do, too. Alright, so it's my turn. Down here, we see my 1 out of 1 with 1 little blue crystal. I have 1 mana this turn. However, since I went second, I have the coin, which gives me 1 mana crystal for a turn. So I could actually play 2 mana this turn. But I don't have any good plays, so I'm going to play my Goldshire Footman.
Ready for action.
Now, you note from his shield icon around him, he has Taunt. The opponent has to fight the enemies that have Taunt before they can fight other things like me. Now, he's got an even bigger guy with Taunt, so I'm a little worried about that. However, I could take him out right now. My Elven Archer, when I play her, deals 1 damage to anything I want. It could be me, my minions, the enemy minions, or the enemy player. The objective is to reduce the enemy player to 0 health. They start with 30. But by damaging him and running into him with my taunt minion, they both die. And I'm left with a creature on the board, and he doesn't have one. So I'm actually in the lead. He's using his hero power. Every hero class has a unique hero power. In this case, it's armor up for the Warrior. He gains 2 armor. Essentially, he now has 32 health, because the 2 armor has to go before his health can. I'm going to make a more offensive play and play this guy. The Raid Leader. Now, he himself is 3 mana, and he's only got 2 attack, represented by the yellow number, and 2 health, represented by the red number, or with the red icon around it. However, he makes all my other minions have +1 attack. So he's kind of there to support my group. He's equipping a weapon, which has 3 damage and 2 swings worth of use. He went straight for me, trying to get me dead. And now he's applying some armor. Well, fortunately, I'm in a pretty good position. I'm going to play my Grizzly, who has Taunt. That's 3 of my mana. Now, I want to play my Fiery War Axe, but it's 1 more mana than I have. So I'm going to use my coin that I got at the start for losing the coin flip. And now I can play my axe.
I'll give it a shot.
I can't attack with creatures I've just summoned, so he has to wait a turn, represented by those Z's. But I can attack with my axe. So now he's in a pretty bad position. He's just dropping some creatures. He has to fight my bear, which did a lot of damage to him in the process. Now he has a big guy. But I'm actually okay. I'm going to use my spell Cleave. Deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Well, it's going to hit both of them since there's no other random options. Now I can hit the taunt with my axe. Play another spell, Shield Block, gain 5 armor and draw a card.
I'll give it a shot.
Hit it very hard.
There you have it. And my turn went really well. I'm ahead of him again. Okay, that creature summons another creature as soon as they're played. He's also giving her charge, which lets her attack the same turn that she's played. Which shaped up pretty poorly for me, actually. This guy does not have charge, so he had to wait a turn. However, I'm going to hit him dead on and play Whirlwind, which deals 1 damage to all enemies. It's a spell. So that killed my guy too, but thankfully I got use out of them first by attacking. Summon my Grizzly, and armor up. He didn't really have a lot to do this turn, so he's armoring up and playing that. A Gurubashi Berserker has a lightning bolt icon under him, which means he has a special ability. Whenever he takes damage, he permanently gets 3 more attacks. So if he gets hit, he'll have 5 attack. That's actually pretty scary. I'm gonna equip my War Axe. I'm gonna play this guy who has charge. He's gonna attack directly. He's gonna attack directly. I'm going to hit the Gurubashi Berserker for 3 damage with my axe. So he's a 5/4 creature. But I have this spell Execute in my hand. Destroy a damaged enemy minion. So I'm just gonna outright eliminate him at no threat to myself. He's armoring up again. He'll probably try to play a creature to answer me. But ultimately, I've got him at this point. He's in a lot of trouble. I'm pretty sure he can't win. Although he does have a hand and I don't right now, which is kind of a problem for me. Well, he managed to take out my bear at some significant cost to himself. I've got the mana to armor up and play a big guy like this Boulder Fist Ogre who has 6 attack and 7 life. I'm just going straight for the face. If he can't get rid of either of these characters, he's pretty much doomed.
Just me and Mr. Fighty.
Well, that's a nice board, but unfortunately it's too late. He's out of health, so he loses the game, and I'm the winner. And that's a victory as my warrior. Now, I still have some time in this episode, so I'm going to show one more character. I'm going to show off the Shaman against the Computer Shaman. Now, Shamans, I'm using only basic cards that come with every Hearthstone account for free. Just to show you how it works, using cards that you'd be familiar with if you start playing. Now, the Shaman is kind of an odd class. He's about making favorable trades with the enemy player. I want some cheaper cards than that, so I'm going to put those back in and draw 2 new cards from my deck. There we go. That's a much better starting hand, I think. The Shaman's hero power summons a totem, one of 4 possible totems. They're not very powerful, but they have small minor effects that can really help you out. Okay, so he just played a spell to give himself 3 attack for a turn, basically, and that was it. I'm going to play this Voodoo Doctor and choose to heal myself for 2 health with his ability. He's summoning one of his totems. He got a Stoneclaw totem, which is a 0/2. It can't attack, it doesn't deal damage, but it taunts. So it basically blocks me out for a turn. I have to kill it with that, and I can't really fight him. Play my Murloc Tidehunter. I want a lot of creatures as a Shaman, because a lot of the things I do make my creatures better, potentially. So we're gonna work on him and try to build up an advantage of creatures. Okay, so his totem this time is the Searing Totem. It's just a simple 1/1 creature. He cast a spell to take out my Voodoo Doctor, that's fine. I'm gonna summon my Flame Tongue Totem, which itself doesn't deal any damage, but creatures adjacent to it deal 2 more damage. So now, these guys are pretty strong, and they're just gonna beat him up. I want to get a lead on health, so that in case things start to go wrong for me, I'll still be okay. This is what I mean about favorable trades. Those creatures don't cost him cards. They're just 2 mana, and they're essentially free as far as his 30-card deck. They're not cards from his deck. He's just generating free creatures to fight me with. And that's really powerful. I'm gonna summon one myself. I got the Healing Totem. This guy heals all of my guys for 1 health at the end of my turn, which is really nice. I'm gonna play a spell, Wind Fury, on this guy. Now he has Wind Fury, which means he can attack twice in the same turn. So he's going to throw himself at that, kill it, and then proceed to attack again to hit the Shaman himself. He's played a charge guy, and he's probably gonna take out my totem. No, he took out my Healing Totem. He's more concerned with that than he is with me, which is fine. I don't mind. And he summoned a totem that makes him deal 1 more damage with all his spells that deal damage. Now, I don't really want to trade into this guy because I will lose this guy who has Wind Fury and is very useful. So I will play this guy who lets me deal 1 damage to a target of my choosing. In this case, this guy, who only has 1 health, so he's out. I'm gonna summon another totem. Good, now I have taunt. Taking advantage of Wind Fury, I hit his totem, and then I hit him. Okay, now we have a big problem. That's a really big, tough dude. And I could throw both these guys in and kill him, or I could use a spell. I'm gonna Hex him, which turns him permanently into a 0 attack, 1 health frog with the taunt ability. Gonna play this person who gives a permanent 1 health and 1 attack to a creature. Now my crappy Stoneclaw totem can actually attack. He's gonna take out his taunt and pave the way for my attack. Now there's another ogre and a boar with charge, but the boar can't really stop me because he has to hit the totem. Not too worried about that. Summon a totem, and despite the fact that he has this scary, scary ogre, I actually can kill him this turn. I'm gonna cast my Bloodlust spell to give everybody 3 more damage for this turn. Now they're more than capable of taking care of him. And I'll even kill his ogre for good measure. I don't have to, but I just feel like it. And there you go. I got control of the board with the help of my totems, and generally kept him down using my Shaman's innate abilities. So that's kind of how you work with Shaman on a very basic level. I hope you found these enjoyable and informative. I'm going to be back next time, showing even more characters. I'll show 2 more next video, and I'll see you then. Goodbye for now, everybody.